Okay, so instead of going straight back to the coast from Lake Tahoe, given the roads are so dry and everything right now, I figured I'd stop in and enjoy the Yosemite area. Ended up here on the western slopes. It's pretty interesting because we're at the shoulder season. There's a bit of chaos, obviously, as many people know, coming out of Washington, and there's been a lot of questions about which federal workers would return. And so, you know, I ended up talking to two of them this morning at the coffee shop. That was pretty cool to learn how, you know, despite this fear that there might, you know, be a bit of a delay for the federal workers in, for example, the Forest Service to come back, there's a start date for at least some of them, same as last year, April 20th, I believe. So, you know, 420. But of course, they get drug tested, so they're probably not going to be celebrating that with a toke or two. But anyhow, you know, there's a lot of tree issues, I guess, this year due to the fact that there was some heavy snow towards the end, although there was in the Sierras a bit of a snow drought from December, you know, through you know, for several weeks. But a bunch of atmospheric rivers did come through, and now there's a lot of branches, I guess, that need to be cleaned up. I wanted to explore a trail I've never been on before, and I don't know if this one's going to be open. We'll see how it goes. And I'm going to check out what's called Smith Peak. It's a fire lookout, and so we're going to see what I can discover here. If not, we'll have to maybe check a different hike. Looking forward to it. The sun's pretty bright. I guess I'm going to have to put on my sunscreen. So there's not a lot of space to park here, but you know, given that the land is pretty dry and not worried about, you know, runoff, eroding the car away and causing it to fall down or anything like that, the cliff, and the fact that I've left enough room for any truck to come by, I think we're good to go. You know, hunters, caution, there's people working, so we're allowed to be here, but the road is closed. I'm not a hunter. I have something that is mightier than the sword with me, which is, of course, a pen. Sword being a euphemism for guns, I guess, in this part of the country. But yeah, look, acorns, a lot of cool stuff. Time for the hike to commence. Better than working out at the gym, right? And in the distance over there, that's like the direction of Yosemite. Little Sunday hike, never hurt no one. Nice cool breeze as well every once in a while. Just enjoying life. Was told this would be steep. So far it's just a driveway, but I don't mind a gentle little walk either, you know? Look what's behind me. Fire lookout. I feel like I'm in an episode of The Red Green Show or something. Doesn't look like it's open though. Otherwise, I'm sure there'd be someone up there. Might want to play some Go Fish or something. You know, back in the old days, which are not actually that long ago, there was a big need for these fire lookouts to spot fires, and I guess that still continues somewhat to this day. I've seen some YouTube videos of that exact thing, and you know, they get younger people a lot of times, or maybe people that are recently divorced or something, to go up and stay in these little spots. But you know, these days, honestly, a lot of the fires can be detected with remote sensing. I guess that's why we have all this stuff here. Very cool. Obviously, I'm not gonna go up and knock on the door. There's clearly no one in there. I'm just gonna go enjoy this park bench and, you know, marvel at, you know, the modern technology that we use to spot forest fires. Of course, just to the north of here, that's where they had that big Caldor fire recently that burned down much of Sierra at Tahoe and, you know, a lot of different areas. The scars are prevalent on the land, and I'm enjoying seeing you know, the new ways that we're trying to combat that kind of stuff, no matter how they get started. What a perfect place to do some riding.